We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us. Scott has the evening off. Our top story tonight, family and friends are relieved after their loved one, Jasmine Catano's alleged murderer, is finally behind bars. The victim's ex-boyfriend and the accused killer, Andres Callazos, spent 4 years on the run. He's finally been captured in Colombia. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick talked to one of the victim's friends today, and she joins us live from the Manatee County Courthouse with how that friend is feeling tonight after these developments. Jess.
Good evening, Haley. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office knew that 28-year-old Andres Callazos was in Colombia the entire time. The trouble was trying to find him. But thanks to some help from the FBI, Callazos is now behind bars, and Catano's family and friends now have the closure that they needed.
When someone absconds and leaves the country, you almost wonder, will this ever happen? And it did. And we're all so glad for Jasmine's family.
A sense of relief floods Jasmine Catano's former co-workers at the Manatee County Courthouse after learning of Andres Callazos' arrest. Catano's worked in the clerk of court's office until she was murdered.
It brings everybody to a point, and I'm sure Jasmine's family feels closure, and as her work family, we feel closure and that she'll have justice.
Callazos was Jasmine Catano's ex-boyfriend who fled to Colombia right after her murder. Catano was shot to death in her Bradenton home in June of 2013.
We were able to get the arrest warrant shortly after the homicide, only to find out that our suspect had fled the country.
4 years later, Callazos is behind bars.
He'll have to be extradited back here. We have no idea when that's going to be. We don't know when he'll be back on American soil, but suffice it to say, it'll be a while.
Catano's friends say they still vividly remember the day of her murder.
It was devastating at that time because she's so young and to die so violently. You can imagine the way the mood was back then. It was so sad.
Today, they reflect back on the young woman's life and the 6 months she spent working at the Manatee County Courthouse.
She always had a smile on her face, hard worker.
A life taken too soon.
Hopefully, justice will prevail for Jasmine.
Some of the deputies with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office actually worked with Catano here at the courthouse, so as you can imagine, this arrest was very important to them. Now, deputies say they have a strong case against Callazos. They have physical evidence linking him to the crime. Reporting live in Bradenton, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Jess. A man facing sexual battery and molestation charges is convicted by a Manatee County judge. Armando Cruz Hernandez was convicted of 3 counts of capital sexual battery and 3 counts of molestation. The charges come from activity between 2008 and 2016. Investigators say between that time, Hernandez abused his stepchildren who were between the ages of 1 and 3 years old. Prosecutors say the children were speaking out. They hope to give others the courage to speak out as well. Each charge against Hernandez carries a maximum possible life sentence. New tonight, a string of burglaries in a Sarasota neighborhood. Recently, residents of the San Remo Bayfront community near Siesta Key have been experiencing numerous reports of car and home burglaries. So far, no one has been hurt and no arrests have been made, but the crimes are raising concerns about safety. We'll have more on this story tonight at 11. Sarasota's Habitat for Humanity kicks off the fiscal year by helping 2 Suncoast families move into brand new homes. Today, Habitat Sarasota dedicated the first 2 properties for the fiscal year. As part of the program, the new homeowners receive a discounted mortgage payment. But during construction, they're required to donate about 300 hours working on the home. One of today's recipients surpassed the requirement by donating more than 400 hours of her time, all while working 2 full-time jobs. Wow. She tells ABC 7 she did it because she wanted to get her family out of the deplorable conditions they were living in.
And I feel that they really care about me, and that was a feeling that I never in my entire life received from anybody. So right there I felt that shelter, that they really was going to help me and my family to progress from being miserable to accomplish something.
Just wonderful. For years, the organization has been providing new or renovated homes for people in need. Habitat Sarasota officials say they will complete 9 additional homes between now and September. We're so happy for them. It looks like a really nice house. So let's head over to Bob and take a look at our weather, which is actually pretty nice, just hot.
Yeah, wonderful organization it is, too. Yeah, it's hot today. Not as hot as it has been. Some high clouds have moved in, but it feels like temperature down from 100 to mid-90s. Still hot out there, yes. Showers and storms were around earlier, though they cooled some things off in East Manatee and also East Sarasota County, but they have really weakened down to nothing now, really reported over those counties. A shower or two starting to blow up just to the east of I-75 into Charlotte County. One lone shower still remaining near Myakka Head. Rainfall amounts, this is from the storms that were around earlier today near Anna Maria and Longboat Key at about 4/10 of an inch. Much more with the showers that were around earlier this afternoon to East Manatee and East Sarasota County. Well, the rain chances will stay low, but there is a chance we could see more rain over the weekend. Details on that coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Coming up next on your Suncoast News, an ongoing flooding issue on a busy road near a Sarasota high school. Why residents believe this problem is not being fixed. And it's the chance for you and your family to get educated about the ocean's most fierce predator. A look at Moat Marine's Shark Week. That story is later.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
For more than 6 years, Sarasota County, City, and the Railroad Company have been unable to come to an agreement on who will complete road repairs and fix drainage concerns on a stretch of road in North Sarasota. And as ABC 7's Bobeth Yates tells us, residents are caught in the middle. Bobeth.
Well, those who live off Myrtle say enough is enough, and now they're demanding the repairs be complete.
We don't need any more rhetoric. We need somebody to do something.
Sarasota resident Glenda Williams says she's frustrated with the conditions at the intersection of Myrtle Street and Central Avenue, where the railroad tracks meet.
That railroad track has never been brought up to any kind of decent status because, you know, we're always placed on the back burner. It's not right.
ABC 7 took a trip to the site and found an intersection that looks like it hasn't been improved in years, with the exception of potholes that appear to be recently filled. But even those areas had asphalt that was already washing away. So we took the issue to the city of Sarasota.
We just can't get it done. This is a county project. Even though much of this is in the city, but our county roads, county's responsibility, and also drainage.
Former mayor and now Sarasota City Commissioner Willie Shaw says they have been struggling to get the county to agree to the improvements for years. And then he showed us an even bigger concern, a massive drainage issue that has resulted in water collecting behind the homes. And depending on how heavy the rain, water can spill over onto the roadway. According to a memo back in March, the county met with railroad officials to discuss design and repairs for the area. And while the design is anticipated to be complete next month, the county says funding may not be available for the project.
They have enough money for whatever they want to have money for. They have enough money for Benderson.
In a separate statement, county officials acknowledged they are working on the issue and say they plan to start construction sometime in 2019. But Williams says waiting that long to get rid of this drainage concern is unacceptable.
And we don't care who does it, the county, the city, the state, federal government, which is a railroad. But it needs to be done, and it needs to be done now.
In addition, residents say they feel like they're being discriminated against, adding that no other community in this area would have had to tolerate the kind of drainage issues and road concerns they've dealt with for over 6 years. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Beth. Weather is coming up next. We'll be right back. Bob will join us.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $189 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs.
but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Well, we had a nice view that was sent in after our showers this morning, so
yeah,
pretty cool.
A lot of people sending photos in, and it was a rather brilliant rainbow.
Yeah.
Even the tower cam and the Van Wezel caught that. You can see the images. This is at 8 o'clock. Showers in the morning. Yes, it could be back again tomorrow, too. There'll be widely scattered showers developing on the land breeze. I'll put the map into motion, or this graphic into motion, to show you. There it is, right there in the middle of your screen, kind of moving across Sarasota Bay. And then still hanging on for a pretty good time period, and 9:35 it eventually faded away, at least from that vantage point. The rainfall around now is really weakening and pushing off to the east. It's stronger down south, where there have been some advisories there with some of the cells, but nothing going on significantly here. As a result of the drier air, still high pressure in control, and just some clouds basically left beyond the showers and storms that were around earlier. The evening planner is calling for cloudy skies and temperatures staying in the low 80s up until 11 o'clock. It will be feeling a little bit warmer, though, due to the high humidity and the current conditions. We have 87 degrees, heat index at 96, southwest winds are at 7, the pressure 29.98 inches, a little lower than it has been, indicating that this high pressure ridge is slipping a little bit further off to the south of us, giving us that southwest wind. The high today was warm, 91, 1 degree above the average, 97 the record set in 2016. And this morning's low was 78. 2.14 inches below average for the month so far because of this recent dry spell that we've been under for the past few days. Well, in the tropics, we are watching one area of concern, not over the next couple of days, no worry there, but down the road, there's certainly a chance that this tropical wave could start to develop. In fact, the National Hurricane Center now is giving this a 30% chance of developing, and this is the area that it will be in a few days from now. So we'll watch it, see how that chance increases, and see if it does increase tomorrow. There is also the possibility of a low-pressure area developing right here off the Carolina coast, more of a nor'easter. Nothing going on here in the Caribbean at this point. And out in the Pacific, yes, we have two storms out there. They're weakening as a result of the cooler waters that they're moving in. This is Hillary. Top winds now down to 75 miles an hour. And this is Irwin, which is now a tropical storm with some drier air starting to filter into it. For us, we could use a little bit of storm, not those kind, but just some storms around to bring our water up a little bit again. We're down below average for the year, nearly 4 inches. Now, we are anticipating partly cloudy skies after midnight, a chance for a few coastal showers developing tomorrow, right around sunrise, like we saw today. And then those will have a tendency to push inland throughout the late morning, early afternoon. And as I mentioned, not many at all, pushing off toward the east coast with the heaviest activity along the east coast. We're going to stay in this westerly pattern, too, due to this a front that's going to approach over North Florida. Unusual to get a cold front this far south, and we'll have to watch the tail end of it out in the Gulf. There's always a possibility of a little spin up on the tail end of these fronts as they move down in the warmer waters of the Gulf of Mexico. We'll see similar conditions on Saturday, and then Sunday, more moisture moves in. A better chance for some more widespread showers and storms, especially in the morning and early afternoon along the coast. Right now, it's cool in Boston, 70 there, 84 in the nation's capital, 108 in Phoenix, and 91 in Billings. The shower activity you can see from Missouri stretching all the way over through the Ohio Valley. For boaters tomorrow, winds will be out of the southwest to west at 5 to 10 knots, so not much of a wind. A light chop on the bays and inland waters. Water temperature really warming up, 91 degrees, and the UV index will be an 11 tomorrow, at least for area beaches. Inland areas, maybe a few more clouds. Low tide, 11:20 tonight. Another one coming in at 11:27 tomorrow morning. Sunset will be at 8:22. The forecast, partly cloudy, a 20% chance for showers through the overnight, 79 for your low. Not much going on this evening, so if you have any plans, outdoor activity should not be a factor. 91 for a high tomorrow. West winds 5 to 10. The extended forecast, not much of a chance for those storms on Saturday. Sunday, 60%, and then it stays fairly high through Thursday of next week. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. It is Shark Week at Mote Marine, the laboratory kicking off its annual Shark Days at Mote. Real sharks, real science this past week. The event gives people the opportunity to come up and be close and personal with the animals. There's some interactive, family-friendly activities. Sharks on display include sandbars, nurse sharks, bonnet heads. Those are similar to hammerheads. Also during this week, Mote gives Facebook Lives every day for the shark feedings.
We want to educate not only the youth in our community, but also adults. There's a lot of misconceptions about sharks out there, and by having people come in and learn about sharks here at Mote, they kind of walk away with a better appreciation for the sharks.
This is Mote's third Shark Week. It runs every year ahead of the Discovery Channel Shark Week. It started this past Sunday and ends on Saturday.
Tonight, the fallout after President Trump's surprise announcement banning transgender service in the U.S. military. Critics lashing out. So how will the White House now implement the policy? ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
I dropped it on the floor, and he stepped on it.
No matter how you broke your smartphone, there's only one smart way to fix it. Batteries plus bulbs. Schedule your repair at batteriesplus.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
This is important news for women who were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and then suffered permanent hair loss. Some women administered the breast cancer chemotherapy drug Taxotere have suffered from permanent hair loss on scalp, eyebrows, and eyelashes. If you suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy for breast cancer, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Operators are standing by.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Even in these dog days of summer, the Suncoast is still jumping with entertainment. From the garden to the stage, there's something for everyone. ABC 7's Linda Carson has more in this week's Suncoast Scene.
The Venice Theater presents Zombie Prom.
The typical story, teenage beautiful young lady falls in love with a school bad boy. Her parents force him to break up. He kills himself by driving his motorcycle into a nuclear reactor, comes back 3 weeks later, dead as a zombie.
Beckett Fanmiller plays Johnny the Zombie.
At first, he's kind of, a not so nice kind of bad boy, doesn't really care about school, gets the popular girl, but then when he dies, he comes back to life and starts to see that, okay, maybe I need to change because this is my second chance and I want to do better than I did than before.
Zombie Prom is not scary. There's no blood or guts, just singing and dancing. Zombie Prom at the Venice Theater Friday through August 12th. Tell them about it, Johnny.
Fun for the whole nuclear family. It's to die for.
There's something else for the whole family. Incredibello at the historic Oslo Theater. Bello will hold you spellbound.
Sometimes I'm quick changing, sometimes I'm doing illusion, singing, dancing, balancing on a high wire, on a chair on a high wire, on a pole, upside down. Anything that will get people's attention, make them laugh, or make memories.
Saturday is the last day for Incredibello. Don't miss it. And here's another show that's coming to an end. This is it, your final weekend to see what everybody's talking about here at Selby Gardens. The Chagall exhibit will be up through Monday, so don't miss this opportunity to see how great it is.
It's the last chance for people to come in, explore our French Riviera world that we've created here on the grounds, and also to see the masterwork paintings by Mark Chagall before they head back to Jerusalem.
And the Sarasota Cuban Ballet School's Unstage presentation Saturday night features Francisco Serrano, home on break from performing for the Royal Ballet in London.
We're doing a suite of Corsair, and I'm going to do a pas de deux with Amanda.
And Francisco will be joined by a host of fantastic dancers and a multitude of dances.
It's a wonderful program, one that we mix and do bits and pieces from all the classical ballets and contemporary new pieces that we're going to premiere.
See Francisco and all the other incredible dancers from the Sarasota Cuban Ballet School on stage at the Sarasota Opera House Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Linda. It's not uncommon for a city to see an increase in the number of babies born after a national championship win, and that seems to be the case in Chicago right now. There's been a bit of a baby boom 9 months after the Cubs won the World Series. One Chicago area hospital says the rate of babies born since mid-July is going way up. A similar occurrence happened after the Boston Red Sox won the World Series in 2005. Red Sox-themed footies just flew off the shelves, and the name Manny proved to be popular with boys after Red Sox MVP Manny Ramirez. This latest baby boom is expected to continue into early August. Lots of Cubs onesies, very cute.
A lot of amorous people, I guess, after that. Happy people, that's right.
A lot of drinking after
yeah, I never
if you
thought of
think
that.
about that, you're out celebrating.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah, it could be a little less inhibited there.
Yes, right.
We also have that after hurricanes, too, when the lightning and power go out. Yeah, they're all kind of together there. Interesting. Nothing going on as far as our weather goes tonight, though. Get out there and enjoy it. If you have a jog plan or a bike ride, anything, tennis, looks good. Better chances for showers and storms on Sunday, though. A little bit more widespread. We're going to see that activity, too, at any time during the day. So that'll be the difference.
Okay.
And lightning will be back with a vengeance
Do
on
not
Sunday.
forget about that. You have to be careful when you're hearing that thunder. It's
Get
better
indoors.
to head indoors. World News Tonight with David Muir is next, followed by ABC 7 News at 7.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Just go do it. Go do it. If you're not in control, then who is? Live above the influence.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
Not very many people actually have the opportunity to get underwater and see what's even just offshore 50, 100 feet, which is a beautiful reef system that clearly has a decline in its health.
The toll of coral bleaching on the Suncoast, the phenomenon is killing reefs, but what can be done? I'm Haley Wilgus. We'll show you how it's affecting our Gulf.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.